The previous electricity generation policy was flawed according to Minister Konris Maynard, who has responsibility for public utilities. According to the minister, policy decisions not to invest in new generators placed SKELEC at risk and described SKELEC's fixed generators as way past their useful life cycle, with 25 to 40-year-old units still running without proper maintenance and repairs, as there is no spare capacity to take machines offline. Maynard explained that the incorporation of solar energy into the system cannot come at the expense of proper generation capacity, and explained why solar electricity generation and fixed generation capacity must complement each other.
You see, the advantage of transition to solar energy is not necessarily about immediately getting rid of your generators, but rather to save on the cost of fuel to run those generators, as the real cost of using generators is not the generator itself, but the high and fluctuating cost of fuel. Thus, while the cost of a fixed generator may sound high at, say, 80 million EC dollars for 18 megawatts worth of power, the fuel to run the Needmos plant could be in excess of 100 million EC dollars every year. That's right. So, yes, you have to buy a fixed capacity generator, which is going to cost a substantial investment. But the fuel to run it is what the real cost is. And the solar energy system should be seen as a way to minimize that cost. However, until it is economically feasible to have batteries to run all night, and it is not at the moment, there is a fine balance as to how much batteries you can place with solar PV to make economic sense. Until that happens, and until there is the full development of our geothermal options, we must have the ability to run our entire grid on generators with spare capacity at hand for when the batteries run out each night, and for those days when the sun is hiding behind the clouds. Thus, this administration is making the right decision in upgrading the Needmos plant with new dual fuel 18 megawatt worth of fixed generation capacity as part of the transition strategy to 100% renewable energy production, inclusive of solar, wind, batteries, and geothermal.
Maynard believes that the right mix electricity generators versus solar energy will be implemented as the country moves towards 100% usage of renewables by the year 2030. Glenn Bart reporting for SKELEC.